What's going on, guys? It's Bandit FX here, and today is June 23rd, 2021. Today we're going to be covering a trade recap for pound yen, where we ended up taking buys and then sells. So, this is just a screenshot of the analysis that I had posted in the Discord prior to the trade actually playing out. So this is what we had when we hopped on the charts. We were looking for sells below 154.770. We were looking for buys basically above 155.16. Actually, no, we were not looking for buys. The reason we weren't looking for buys is because this area up here was pretty choppy, and there had been pretty nasty consolidation up into these areas, and it is a higher time frame rejection area as well. So we weren't looking for buys; we were mainly looking for sells. We had this clean traffic, and we had our take profit 1 and 2 marked out with the areas of the last support or resistance levels. So taking a look at the actual live chart, this is what it looks like now. These same levels are drawn. Let me just mark them in the same spot so you guys get the idea. Let me go back. 154.770 and 155.16. So we had this up here. So okay, so this is basically what our analysis looked like, but taking a look at the 15-minute time frame, right? Price was in a very, very nasty range here. I was waiting for at least a 15-minute, but more preferably a 30-minute candle to close outside of the range in order to take the sell and then follow through with take profit 1 being here, take profit 2 being further down. What ended up happening is in about, I want to say, a 5-minute candle. Let me see. Yeah, 5-minute candle broke, didn't give us a confirmation right here, and this is basically where we were looking to sell once we had a confirmation of a close below this range. But what ended up happening, a 5-minute candle came all the way down almost to our first take profit and then wicked back up and closed just about at the bottom of the range. Now, as soon as this happened, this was basically invalidating our sell scenario. And the reason for that being is because of how big of the rejection that we ended up getting to the downside. So we waited for the 15-minute to close, 15-minute close back in the range. Now, this is where we took a lower risk buy position, and the reason for that being is because this wasn't initially part of our plan. So what ended up happening is we were looking for the sell, didn't happen, price closed back in the range, but then this next 15-minute candle broke the high. So now, once this candle broke the high after we had a few candles trending downwards, like even though this candle is a bullish candle, the candles following it, no upper wick, lower high, lower low, lower close, lower high, lower low, lower close, lower high, lower low, lower close, but we're still in this range. And with a fail to break this range, now we're showing a rejection to the downside. Once this candle had broke the high of on the 15-minute time frame, this is when I took a buy position, which stops below the current 15-minute. So I'm gonna open up this little long position calculator right here so you guys could see. My initial take profit was obviously at the top of the range, and my stop loss was just below the 15-minute candle. So what ended up happening, I entered the trade. We sat in a little bit of drawdown. I didn't manage any of my risk, and the reason for this being is because I was pretty confident in the trade continuing to the upside. And the main reason for that is how hard we rejected off this area, and we did close back in the range. So typically when something fakes out one way, it's going to continue the other way. So we were looking for this to go to the top of the range. It did go to the top of the range. However, I did not catch the full trade or the full profit potential. And the reason for that being is this range right here. So basically, once price started ranging, actually, this is the candle that stopped me out after I secured profits. So basically, we came into here. We were a little bit over a 1-to-1 R. As soon as this candle closed, I closed 75% of my position. After that, we had a bearish candle form, a bullish candle that broke the high, but unfortunately didn't close higher. And then at this point, now I have my stop loss. I have my stop loss basically below this bullish candle right here. This is what I was looking for right here. So obviously, when candles are moving bullish, we're going to want the lows of the previous candles to be respected. So as soon as that stops happening, as soon as we get the low of this bullish candle broken, I'm going to delete this so you guys can see a little bit better. But as soon as the low gets broken of this bullish candle, as we're expecting a move up, that basically invalidates the bullish move. Now we have a higher probability of continuing downwards. So, and another reason for that being is basically once you have this bearish candle form, now there's a resistance here. Even though we broke higher, above it, we didn't actually close higher. So this was a high probability of us continuing to the downside again. So this is when I did get stopped out for the rest of my the remaining 25% of my position. However, the next few candles came all the way up to our full take profit. So now after this happened, we actually took 2 trades today. The first one was the buy scenario, which wasn't in our plan, so it was a little bit of a lower risk trade. However, we did take a full risk trade on the sell scenario after that. So basically what we ended up looking at in the sell scenario is this right here. So if you guys have watched my my crypto videos about the 3 candle formation that I like to trade, this is basically what ended up happening, but on Forex rather than crypto. So what we have here is, I'm going to draw this out for you guys. We had a high that was created. Then we created a low. We created a slightly higher high. Then we created a lower low. So this is showing that bullish momentum is definitely slowing. So once this happened, when I saw that there was a very, very big top wick on this 1 hour candle, even though it closed bullish, price could not break above this area. So this resistance up here held on the lower time frames. Price wicked way back down, and we created a lower high than the previous one. Basically what I anticipated is once this next candle breaks the low of the previous bullish candle, that was my sell entry with stops above the current candle. And obviously my full take profit was down here for the wick fill. We didn't get the full take profit, but basically once the hour closed, that is when I closed my full position. So we're going to break it down to lower time frames so you guys can see. Let me get rid of these drawings. Okay, so let's look back at the hour for a second. This is basically what I was looking for. Short position. Okay, so once we broke the low, we had the stop loss above the current candle, or the trade candle, and the full take profit was here for the wick fill. Now, we did not get the full wick fill, like I said, but if you take a look at the lower time frames, this trade did play out beautifully. We basically started trending down after candles were trending up. We started making lower highs, lower lows, lower closes. When this candle closed, a little bit of a top wick formed, and then we got the remainder of the position. Basically, once I had a bullish candle form right here is when the trade got closed, or when the hour closed, rather. So yeah, when this candle closed, this is what we got. Overall on this trade, it was about a 2R, not too bad. Pretty good trade, but as you can see, GJ right now, it's about 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. GJ is still ranging, so we could see a continuation up or a rejection at this area. Like I said, the reason in the initial trade why I wasn't looking for buys, let me show you guys why. If you do come over here, we're basically to look for buys above this level doesn't really make sense because these ranges aren't very big, right? So there's a lot of resistances, a couple to a few pips away. It's not anything substantial. There's really no clean traffic for us to take buys at this point. So basically GJ is still consolidating, but we came out with 2 wins today. Overall, pretty good day, up about 2-3% on the account. So yeah, guys, this was the GJ breakdown from today. Let me know if you guys like it. Leave a comment on your thoughts. Let me know if you caught this trade. And I will leave a link for my Discord in my description if you guys want to join. It's totally free. Live streams every morning, 6:30 Eastern time. And, we post chart breakdowns and things like that and discuss other topics as well. So let me know what you guys think. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, guys.